Hola all, and welcome to my formal reintroduction of my channel as Soul Mechanics, which is still going to focus largely on secular theology. However, it's going to take several different avenues as well. It's going to be a full course on everything that I have to offer as a spotter in general. You have my apologies for my disheveled appearance and lack of formal attire. I have been engaged in activities throughout the city and in fact other cities for a few days now, um, boosting my certification in the world, so to speak, for the purposes of engaging other opportunities that will allow for me to make the money required to get better equipment for this channel and generally boost everything for the most part and help out with all of the campaigns in their entirety. However, this this course, particularly secular theology, as the main course for now, which we're going to focus on because the avenues and opportunities that we have open to us to boost the channel's reach and its productivity in general are engaged primarily with that argument on religion and theology. And while I won't say that my my course and campaign, in fact, with secular theology is strictly anti-Christian or anti-biblical. It is, in fact, intended to deal a death blow to modern religion as a whole. So, in that regard, I am effectively rendering myself, in some ways, renegade from the initiative, acting against protocol in some ways, but technically not. And as a spotter, especially as an operative engaged with the initiative, you have to learn how to kind of bend those rules from time to time so that you can make better use of yourself, create a larger availability, which we have as our three primary influences here with this channel in general and Soul Mechanics as a course in its entirety. We promote lucidity via responsibility, flexibility, and visibility, but availability is a fourth option for that to boost your operative, your essentials as an operative to get a wider reach to influence more people. And availability is going to require that you use flexibility as an influence to kind of, bend the rules, as it were, so to speak. We can't lie, but we can bend the truth. We can't harm anybody, but we can get around that in ways, and that's what we're going to try to do here. Because, I mean, while we are intending here to deal a death blow to Christianity and to biblical scripture related faiths, kind of issue a vengeful strike back at them for what they've done to us and our tradition. We're still going to be promoting them in ways because there's a lot of truth to the scriptures. There's a lot of truth to what they've put forth. Of course, it's stolen truth, but we're going to illuminate that throughout the course. I am going to offer principle dynamics as the first secondary course for soul mechanics, which I'm going to have to make a playlist here on this channel that will give you a lead or a link to the older videos, and then eventually I will recreate those videos, better from the experience that I had, and perhaps even with better equipment, I'll make better videos to cover ground regarding principle dynamics. But for the most part, while we deal with secular theology as a lead, I'm going to provide a playlist with links to principle dynamics or what's been created of it from the other channel. We have an upcoming interview scheduled. We have a few upcoming interviews and potential debates and general affiliations with other YouTubers that may be extremely beneficial to us, but one in particular that we have set up with Godless Cranium, which I'm calling out now. He has agreed to this. We have formally agreed to do this on the 1st of September, so if he backs out, tisk tisk, that's a no-no. Godless Cranium, if you happen to watch this, whomever you really are, if you wish, you and all of the people that you've boosted, all of your associated, your initiative for the most part, you have full endorsement from me as a personality to go right ahead and feel free to make as big a fool of me as you choose to leading up to our interview, where I will explain everything regarding all of the posts and all of the statements I've made via Twitter and whatnot in regards to atheism and theism in general. Um, we also this channel's intending to help boost our other campaigns, hopefully, with the initiative, which of course I'm renegade operative now, but I'm still going to be helping as best I can, doing whatever I can. Any of the administrative faculty aboard, anybody aboard the directive, you have full authority to go ahead and block me from the initiative if you wish to. I am no longer your director. I certainly hope you don't, because nobody else is going to hold this shit together until Randy gets back, which Randy, waiting on you, bub. But Project Philanthropy is going to be the primary concern, which is dealing right now, for the moment, is dealing primarily with the kratom distribution and natural remedies in general, which we really have to push that. Anybody who's involved with that, you need to support the AKA, the American Kratom Association, in fighting the ban in any way that you can. Sign petitions. If you can afford to pay something, pay for their campaign. We are fully endorsing and supporting them and working alongside them to fight the ban, which there are shops currently in the area that we're negotiating with and hoping to. I have to convince them that it's better for them to make less money, essentially, and to work with our vendors because of two reasons. One, well, two different hands, really. One is that they are overcharging, and they know they're overcharging, and they absolutely do not believe that that's, the best available price, or that's even right for them to do that, certainly. And they are just extremely overcharging, and this is going to kill support for fighting the ban and just put kratom in general down, which is going to aid pharmaceutical corporations, narcotics, and addiction in general in our society and populace, and amongst our operatives most particularly. So we have to officially disenfranchise them for the most part. These particular shops in the area, I'm not going to go out and say the names of them at the moment, because you don't badmouth the enemy. That's, we learned that first thing in sales. Randy and I both trained particularly in that. You never badmouth the enemy, or the competition rather. They're not the enemy. We're going to get them working with us eventually. But for now, we have to divert sales from them to a different shop, which we are fully endorsing, the Smoke Zone 2 on 130th and Lorraine here in Cleveland, Ohio. They have legitimate prices, not the best prices they could get yet. We're going to help them with that, but they're doing a legitimate job. And so anybody in the Cleveland area who wishes to purchase kratom, from a shop rather than from our vendors, go to the Smoke Zone 2 and purchase from them. We will be providing them with vendors shortly. We already have that in the works. But the second hand in that column is going to be that the U.S. has stigmatized sales from overseas because they want to. It's capitalism. They want to promote their particular endorsements, their the providers that they're sponsoring, and this falls back right to the narcotics with the pharmaceutical corporations, because they're working hand in hand with this. Of course, the DEA is involved. Everybody's involved in this campaign to work with kratom. They want to ban it so that they can promote the narcs, and even they want to take the alkaloids from the kratom, synthesize that, and make narcotics out of it to make more money off of it. But we're fighting that, and we intend to win. So please support kratom if you have any addictions. If you have any troubles whatsoever, if you have anxiety, especially issues regarding the Kundalini impulse and side effects, symptoms from that this shit is perfect for that. This is exactly what the earth has given us that for this reason. The world has provided us this remedy. So please go to the Smoke Zone 2 on 130th and Lorraine. But if you wish to get it at cheaper prices, if you wish to get it better, at better prices and better product even, which I can guarantee better product, you can come to me. I'm going to be working as a manager for Philanthropy, which is organizing these vendors that we have in fact already tested, and we can assure that their product is good, that their delivery is reliable, and that their product is safe, it's good, it's healthy, it's beneficial, it works out great. The delivery is not only reliable but quick, and it's just much better price. Like you won't believe the prices you can get comparatively speaking to the shops. Which, if you support our vendors and divert traffic from these shops, from all of the shops, that will push the shops to purchase through philanthropy and endorse these vendors, which ultimately will help everybody all together, not to mention provide everybody with better prices. It's going to help every campaign and boost everything that we're doing. So that's what I have to direct you to do. Even though I'm not your director anymore, I'm going to direct you to do that, which I am going to be acting director of the Remnants of Tomorrow program still. I have hijacked that project. That's my baby. I'm taking that away from the initiative. And in fact, I'm hoping to effectively replace the initiative page with that as kind of a second startup to try and do this over again the right way. So anybody who wants to share experiences along the lines of psychotropics or astral projection or anything of that sort, most especially synchronicity, anybody who gets involved with principle dynamics and learns anything from my course about principle dynamics, if you wish to share your experiences, if you wish to teach anything, if you think you know anything better, you have something better to offer, if you can contribute something to that in any way and you can improve that, then jump on, punch in a fucking request to the Remnants of Tomorrow group and join in, and that will be like a public forum for us to engage each other, for psychonauts and investigators in general to engage each other and to propose new ideas, to share experiences, to just promote the whole thing in general. Insofar as the YouTube, actual YouTube channel, and the collective, the staff's collective that we're making on YouTube, posting in the comments is obviously not going to be nearly as effective as getting us together as a group. So if anybody has interest and wishes to be engaged in that, the Remnants of Tomorrow group on Facebook is the place to go. And we're going to promote that. That's going to promote the channel. So we're also going to be diverting traffic from my other channel and from anybody else in general. Come here and check us out. If you have any questions about any metaphysical things, or any sort of metaphysical engagements, most particularly synchronicity, the Kundalini impulse, and operative alchemy, which is going to be another course, come here first, or come here for a second opinion. Come here regardless, and we'll set you straight. We know what we're talking about. We don't have fucking degrees and certifications, but we have experience, and we have people who know what they're doing. We have our people of the real deal Holyfield, and we will set you straight. And you can take whatever we give you free of charge and step out into the world and make use of it. And again, I have to point out that this is all free of charge. Every fucking thing we do is absolutely free of charge. Any services we provide. If you're going to be purchasing kratom, obviously you're going to have to pay for that. But we can actually see if we can help you out with shipping costs and whatnot. If you, for purchasing through philanthropy, we can lower the price as best we can. But and if what we want to do with that ultimately is get street cred and reputation through that, to help us boost our fundraising campaign for Uganda and West Africa, and for everybody in general. We're going to start working with the Boots campaign and the Wounded Warriors campaigns. We're going to start working with the Salvation Army in general. We're going to start working with any homeless programs in the area. We're going to start helping everybody as soon as we get people backing us. So anybody that is available that can sponsor us in any way, get with it. You can jump on board early, because I guarantee you we're going to be kicking a lot of ass here. We're going to be doing the best we can, and everything is absolutely legit. So if you want to jump on early without waiting to see that we're, without waiting for us to have to go through all the trouble of proving ourselves to you, it's going to work out in the long run. Everybody's going to benefit in the long run from this. So jump aboard. Anyways, the courses so far that we're going to be providing via Soul Mechanics and the Remnants of Tomorrow group. The Remnants of Tomorrow program essentially is for elite psychonauts. And we have our people already there, ready to rock and roll and to teach you anything you want to know, answer any questions you need to ask, or have any questions you have, or any psychotropic or astral projection or metaphysical synchronicity related experiences you have any queries or questions or need any guidance for, we have experts available in just about every experts related to just about every field in that regard. And we will have experts related to every field eventually in the near future. If you feel you have expertise in the area, join the Remnants of Tomorrow and let us know and get involved, and we will all together, decide. The Remnants of Tomorrow program is its own directive. I'll be acting as a director, but I'm not the lead. That all seven of us are at lead on that one, Randy included. So, and anybody else who wants to jump in right now, there's seven of us on board that make up the directive for this. But anybody else who wishes to jump aboard and thinks they have the expertise, show it to us, and we'll all decide together if that is in fact the case. My particular course via Soul Mechanics, via this channel, and for the Remnants of Tomorrow program is going to offer secular theology, obviously, is a philosophical methodology related investigation into modern religion and religion in general and philosophical matters in general. Principal dynamics is for spotters, engaging synchronicities, engaging the world in that way, and spotting values, being able to manipulate values, being able to reprogram yourself for yourself by yourself, being able to take control. It's for operatives. Principal dynamics is for training and retraining and keeping operatives on course. It's for operative engagements. Color coding 101 is going to be specifically for the initiative and for color coded profiling and our basics for that, which it's going to be an ongoing effort to actually create that. Everybody involved is going to be presenting theories and ideologies to present for that and to coordinate in an effort to make a rock solid profiling system, but we're still working on it from the groundwork of our color coded base, our color coded profiling system as a foundation, and working up using anything that anybody can provide, examples of which being, zodiac symbolism and, numerology and such. Any sort of profiling system that we know works, we're going to find a way to incorporate it into this conglomerate conjunction, as it were. Operative alchemy is a title that I'm stealing from somebody else effectively. If they have a problem with it, they can go ahead and stop me. But for the most part, I'm going to be working alongside them, and I'm going to engage them directly and get them on board. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to engage this particular person who I'm stealing that title from, and we're going to get them on board, even to be a trainer, a spotter in that regard. So operative alchemy is actually somebody else's course that I'm going to be hijacking for a moment, and hopefully it's going to get back on course with them. So that's what we have for now, and there's going to be more in the future, but that's what we have I ideally at the moment, and that's really what we can cover right now, being that I'm the only person that's consistently on it, but we have a team that's ready to rock and roll. And if anybody joins in and gets active and motivates them to get more active, you will have other spotters on point. Just motivate them, give them a reason to be here, give them a reason to present their expertise, and we are organized. We will be effective for you if you just present. They don't feel faithful in the operation with so many people backing out and being afraid to voice their opinions, being afraid to voice their experiences, being afraid to get involved in general. You got to beat that fear and step up, and you're going to get our people engaged, and you can be engaged. Everybody can work together here, and that's ultimately what we're working for. Status Initiative is a networking organization, and Soul Mechanics is a facet of it, an educational facet of it. So engage the Remnants of Tomorrow group page, present anything you have to present there, and we'll get rocking and rolling in that regard. Avoid sales from other marketers in so far as Kratom is concerned, except for the Smoke Zone 2 on 130 in Lorraine, and of course from Philanthropy directly if you're willing to take that chance. I personally endorse and advocate it. I give you my personal guarantee that it is certified. It's ready to go. And take directions. If I give you specific directions in the future, I am not going to be popping up doing things at random anymore, hoping to get things rolling. From here on out, every direction that I give is for a very specific reason and will be specifically effective in certain areas if you take that direction and roll with it. So if I give you a direction, I'm asking for you to please take that and run with it. If I suggest something, do it. It's going to be very effective, and we need for this to be effective in order to get everything rolling here. So take my directions, even though I'm not your director formally. I'm gonna be playing devil's advocate here. So if I give you directions, take them or don't. Anybody in the directive, if you feel like I'm fucking with your business, go ahead and block me. I'm still gonna get through anyway. I'm gonna make this work, but I have to operate. I have to operate under the presumption of being a renegade operative insofar as fighting against organized religion in this modern time is concerned. So that's it for this video. It's a formal reintroduction to the new title for my channel and the premise and content of it. Thank you for watching. Everybody who's been involved here, thank you so much for being around. I love you guys dearly, and we're going to bang it out here. Kila Salai, Terve Uni Siari Namaste.